Get excited about the high tension in the NBA. If you're a Lakers fan, stay tuned because the latest revelations will change everything the team has planned. Well-kept secrets could help them dominate the league this year. We'll talk about the decisive strategies, possible roster changes, and the future of LeBron James. The trophy fire is lit. Don't miss the chance to understand what's happening behind the scenes and the impact of these decisions on the future of the NBA. Are the Lakers ready to fight until the end? Find out everything here. Before we start, subscribe to the channel, activate the notification bell, and don't miss any updates about the Lakers. Here you'll find the best content about the yellow and purple team. In the last video, we hit the goal of 11 likes in less than an hour. Show that you're a true Lakers fan and leave your like now. Are the Lakers ready to win? The team has been playing solid and exciting basketball this season, but the best may be yet to come. With the recent acquisition of Dorian Finney-Smith and Shake Milton, the Lakers are stronger and can improve even more. Strategic moves, returning injured players, and strengthening the team's dynamic are factors that can make all the difference. Now, the big question is, should the Lakers continue to strengthen the team or focus on internal adjustments? The franchise has prioritized versatility, leaving aside the search for a traditional center alongside Anthony Davis. But is this strategy the best option? Negotiations are in full swing with the NBA deadline approaching, February 6th. Can we expect the Lakers to make more moves? Recently, D'Angelo Russell, Maxwell Lewis, and 3 second-round picks were involved to strengthen the team's athleticism and defense with the arrival of Finney-Smith. In addition, the Lakers are banking on the return of Jared Vanderbilt and Gabe Vincent to strengthen the rotation when both are healthy. The path to the title goes through precise and intelligent adjustments. Are the Lakers on the right track, or do they need to look for more reinforcements? Leave your opinion in the comments. If you believe in the team's potential, like and share this video with your friends on WhatsApp. Help strengthen our community. The Lakers board is still analyzing the market in search of reinforcements. Names like Malcolm Brogdon and Bojan Bogdanovic emerge as options to improve the team's experience and shooting, a constant need in recent seasons. Messages behind the scenes indicate that the team is keeping an eye on players who may be available until the end of the trading window. Another determining factor for the team's success is the development of chemistry between LeBron James, Anthony Davis, and the new reinforcements. Darvin Ham has been testing different formations to find the best configuration to compete in the West. The next few weeks will be decisive. The team's consistency in the upcoming games will be crucial. Each win could mean the difference between having home field advantage in the playoffs or facing a more difficult path. The coaching staff needs to balance the team's performance while keeping LeBron and Davis healthy and competitive. The Lakers are also aware of the possibility of trading players to strengthen the rotation. The franchise's planning is bold, and each decision could define the team's fate this season. Another highlight is the team's defensive improvement with the arrival of Finney-Smith and the imminent return of Vanderbilt. The Lakers now have more power to guard explosive wings and protect the paint, something essential to face teams like the Denver Nuggets and Phoenix Suns in the playoffs. Darvin Ham emphasized the importance of floor spacing and three-point shooting, an area in which the Lakers still need to improve. With the trade deadline approaching, the front office could surprise with one last move to strengthen the team. Regardless of what happens, one thing is certain: the Lakers are fully committed to chasing the title this season. The road to get there promises to be thrilling. Stay tuned for more updates and don't miss any details of this exciting journey to the top of the NBA. Furthermore, the impact of the front office's decisions extends far beyond this season. LeBron James, at 39, continues to play at an extremely high level, but his future with the franchise is still up in the air. With his contract allowing for an early exit, the Lakers need to show they are committed to building a competitive team around him to convince him to stay. Another point of attention is the development of the young talents on the roster. Max Christie has been receiving more minutes recently and has shown flashes of potential on defense and three-point shooting. His rise could be crucial to the Lakers' rotation, especially if the team decides not to make any further moves in the market. Meanwhile, Anthony Davis remains the team's defensive mainstay. But can he maintain that level of intensity through the playoffs without a regular center by his side? The strategy of playing with smaller lineups has worked at times, but it could be a problem against teams with dominant big men. Will the front office take the risk and stick with this plan until the end of the season, or is there still a chance of a surprise signing? Behind-the-scenes reports indicate that Rob Pelinka is exploring every avenue to strengthen the roster. The buyout market will also be a factor after the trade deadline, with experienced veterans potentially available to bolster the team without having to give up valuable assets. As the Lakers continue their playoff push, each game becomes a test of the team's true potential. The upcoming games against direct opponents in the Western Conference could be decisive in determining the direction of the franchise's latest moves. Do you think the Lakers already have what it takes to fight for the title, or do you think they still need one last move to consolidate the team? Leave your opinion in the comments and keep following all the updates here on the channel. Whatever the franchise's next step, one thing is clear: the pressure is mounting. With the West more competitive than ever, every detail matters, and the Lakers can't afford to waste opportunities. The decision to keep or trade key players like D'Angelo Russell, Austin Reeves, or even Rui Hachimura could define the team's future. NBA insiders say the front office is monitoring the market and could act quickly if the right opportunity arises. However, any move needs to be carefully calculated so as not to jeopardize the team's future. The big question is, should the Lakers make an aggressive move or rely on the chemistry of the current roster to evolve? Additionally, Darvin Ham has been questioned about his rotation and tactical adjustments. Some of the coach's choices have generated controversy among fans, especially his insistence on certain formations that don't always work. The coaching staff's ability to get the best out of the squad can be as decisive as any changes made by the board. Another factor to consider is the health of the team. Injuries have already impacted the Lakers' performance this season, and keeping LeBron James and Anthony Davis healthy for the playoffs will be crucial. Minute management and fitness planning will play a key role in the final stretch of the regular season. The expectation is that the upcoming games will provide a clearer picture of the team's real potential. If the Lakers can put together a winning streak, the board may choose to keep the current core and focus on specific reinforcements via the buyout market. Otherwise, a more aggressive move may be inevitable. With the trade deadline fast approaching, tensions are only rising. Are the Lakers about to make a big move? Or do they already have the right pieces in place to go for the title? The next few hours could be decisive, and any new information could completely change the scenario. Stay tuned. As soon as there is news about the Lakers, you will be the first to know here on the channel. With the backroom simmering, the pressure is mounting on Rob Pelinka and his team. Every conversation, every phone call could be the trigger for an unexpected trade. While some sources indicate the Lakers are willing to make one last bold move, others suggest the front office may be more inclined to wait until the buyout market to avoid compromising important assets. The uncertainty surrounding D'Angelo Russell remains a major talking point. The point guard has shown flashes of brilliance, but his inconsistency raises questions about his role in a championship race. Should the Lakers find an offer that involves a more reliable playmaker or a versatile wing, the franchise may not hesitate to move forward with a trade. Another factor that could weigh in on the decision is the team's defensive performance. With the arrival of Dorian Finney-Smith and the imminent return of Jared Vanderbilt, the Lakers have the potential to become one of the most solid defenses in the NBA. However, the issue of spacing and efficiency on the perimeter continues to be an issue, which reinforces the need for a shooting specialist, such as Bojan Bogdanovic or Buddy Hield. Meanwhile, LeBron James continues to demonstrate his leadership on and off the court. In recent statements, he highlighted the importance of the team remaining focused and united, regardless of what happens at the trade deadline. This shows that, despite the uncertainties, the locker room remains committed to the ultimate goal, fighting for the title. In the coming days, the tension will only increase. Every rumor, every movement in the market can change the scenario from one moment to the next. And as always, we will be following everything closely to bring you all the updates, Lakers fans. The expectation now is on the team's upcoming commitments and how the new pieces will fit into Darvin Ham's scheme. The chemistry between Finney-Smith, Shake Milton, and the rest of the roster will be tested in high-intensity games, especially against direct opponents in the playoff race. How these players contribute, both defensively and in space on the court, could directly influence any new decisions the front office makes before the trade deadline. At the same time, the Lakers continue to monitor the buyout market, where experienced veterans could emerge as valuable options. Players like Spencer Dinwiddie and Thaddeus Young are names that could add depth to the roster without compromising long-term assets. The franchise is on the lookout for any opportunity that could strengthen the team without destabilizing the current rotation. While speculation continues, insider reports indicate that LeBron James and Anthony Davis have a say in the team's strategic decisions. The commitment of these stars to the Lakers project will be crucial in determining the direction of the season. If there is any sign of dissatisfaction or uncertainty about the future, it could accelerate the need for a major move. With the final stretch of the regular season approaching, the Lakers cannot afford to stumble. Every win is crucial to securing a better playoff position and avoiding a tougher path in the postseason. Head-to-head matches against teams like the Denver Nuggets, Minnesota Timberwolves, and Phoenix Suns will be true tests of the team's true potential. The clock is ticking and fans are anxiously awaiting answers. Will the Lakers make another bold move before the deadline? Or will they trust in the evolution of the current roster? In the coming days, all these questions will be answered, and you can follow everything here with the latest information about the Purple and Gold franchise. With each game serving as a barometer for the team's performance, the pressure on Darvin Ham and his coaching staff is only increasing. The coach needs to find the ideal rotation and determine which players will receive the most minutes in the final stretch of the season. If the new additions can adapt quickly to the team's system, the Lakers could become even more dangerous in the West. Another point that deserves attention is LeBron James' minutes load. At 39, he remains the team's centerpiece, but physical fatigue could become an issue as the playoffs approach. Minute management will be key to ensuring he is at peak condition when the crucial games arrive. Meanwhile, the team's offensive performance still needs some tweaking. Three-point shooting remains one of the team's main weaknesses, and the addition of a perimeter specialist is still a possibility that the board is considering. Finding a player who can provide spacing and consistent long-range shooting remains a priority, especially if the team wants to compete against the Western powers. Behind the scenes, the mood is one of urgency. The trade deadline is approaching, and any move made now could define the future of the franchise not only for this season, but for years to come. The board needs to make strategic decisions, balancing the team's present and future without compromising financial flexibility for upcoming markets. With so many possibilities at stake, the next few days promise to be crucial for the Lakers. What will be the franchise's next move? Will we see a major move before the trade deadline, or will the board trust the current roster to pursue the long-awaited title? Stay tuned, because any development could completely change the course of the season. Meanwhile, fans remain divided between those who believe the current roster has what it takes to compete and those who advocate a major change to elevate the team's level. The pressure on Rob Pelinka is growing by the day, and any decision made now will be widely scrutinized, whether by fans, the media, or the players themselves inside the locker room. Rumors continue to swirl, and the movement behind the scenes continues. Some sources suggest the Lakers are still eyeing potential trades involving point guards with better three-point shooting, while others suggest a versatile wing who could add even more defensive depth could be a priority. Names like Malcolm Brogdon and Alex Caruso continue to be rumored, but nothing concrete has been announced yet. Another important factor is the development of the players already on the roster. If D'Angelo Russell continues his recent good form, he could establish himself as a key player in the playmaking department, reducing the need for an urgent change. Austin Reeves, on the other hand, needs to regain his best form, especially in long-range shooting, to help the team maintain efficient spacing on the court. On the defensive side, expectations for Jared Vanderbilt's return remain high. His ability to guard multiple positions and bring energy to the team could be a deciding factor in the upcoming games. If he returns at a high level, the Lakers will gain an important addition without having to spend valuable assets on the market. With so many variables at stake, the fate of the Lakers season could be decided in the coming days. Will the front office make the right call? Fans are anxiously awaiting answers, and every decision made now could be the difference between a disappointing campaign or a team that actually has a chance of fighting for the title. The final stretch of the regular season is approaching, and the Lakers know there is no room for error. With the trade deadline fast approaching, every move the Lakers make could have major repercussions for the team's future. The possibility of a last-minute move is still open, and the pressure to make the right choice has never been greater. If the franchise decides not to make any significant trades, the team will need to rely on its internal chemistry and the development of its existing players to maximize its chances of playoff success. The advantage of keeping the core intact would be to ensure stability in the locker room and time for the newcomers to integrate more deeply into Darvin Ham's system. However, the question remains, does this team, even with all the reinforcements and adjustments made so far, have enough to beat powerful teams like the Denver Nuggets, Phoenix Suns, and Golden State Warriors? The answer to that question could very well define the Lakers' next steps. If the front office feels that the team needs another piece to truly compete for the title, these last-minute moves could be exactly what the team needs to reach the next level. Bojan Bogdanović, who has shown himself to be an interesting option due to his offensive talent and ability to space the floor, is still a potential name. Additionally, the impact of Malcolm Brogdon, with his experience and ability to create for others, cannot be ignored either. However, there is ongoing concern about how another tweak could affect the team's chemistry. The Lakers have been more competitive in recent weeks, and any abrupt changes could disrupt the rapport that has begun to build between the players. The question that lingers is, will the addition of another standout player be enough to transform this roster into a true contender, or would it be smarter to keep the focus on the current group and only seek small, spot adjustments? Regardless of the direction the franchise takes, the next few days promise to be crucial in determining the course of the season. What is certain is that the team will be under immense pressure to prove itself in the playoffs, and every decision made now will have a direct impact on the chances of winning the much-desired NBA title. The clock is ticking, and with each passing day, the Lakers' decision-making becomes more urgent. If they decide to stand pat and trust the existing roster, the focus will shift to maximizing the potential of the current squad. The development of younger players like Max Christie and Rui Hachimura could play a pivotal role in this scenario. Both have shown glimpses of promise, and if they can take their games to the next level, they might provide the depth the team needs without sacrificing assets for a major trade. At the same time, the question of LeBron James' health and longevity looms large. While he continues to defy expectations, the fact remains that he's nearing the tail end of his prime. If the Lakers want to ensure they are in the best position to compete for a title this year, keeping him fresh and healthy for the postseason is crucial. The coaching staff will need to find ways to manage his minutes effectively without compromising the team's competitiveness during the regular season. Looking at the Western Conference, the competition is fierce. Teams like the Nuggets and Suns have already made significant moves, strengthening their positions as top contenders. The Lakers will need to come out strong in head-to-head matchups to prove they can hang with these elite teams. And that's where the depth and defensive improvements, like the additions of Finney-Smith and the eventual return of Jarred Vanderbilt, will come into play. In the coming weeks, the Lakers will likely face several tests that could help them refine their strategy. Whether they choose to make a final trade or rely on the current roster, every game counts, and every decision carries weight. The team will have to be sharp, not only in terms of execution on the court, but also in how they manage their rotations, player health, and overall team dynamics. With so much still hanging in the balance, the Lakers are at a critical juncture. Can they capitalize on the momentum from their recent acquisitions, or will they need to make a bold move to ensure they can go toe-to-toe with the West's best? The next few days will shape the rest of their season, and fans everywhere are eagerly watching, waiting to see what comes next. As the Lakers continue to evaluate their options, they're also faced with the challenge of maintaining team chemistry. LeBron James and Anthony Davis have been the cornerstone of the team, but the success of this squad will depend on the contributions of every player. If the bench players like Malik Beasley and Jarred Vanderbilt can step up and provide consistent support, the Lakers will become a much more dangerous team come playoff time. The way these role players fit into the broader game plan could be a determining factor in how deep they can go in the postseason. The balance between experience and youth is something the Lakers have been working on all season. LeBron's leadership and Davis's defensive prowess are irreplaceable, but the team also needs players who can step up when called upon. The potential rise of Austin Reaves has been one of the brighter spots in this regard. His ability to score and create for others adds a much-needed layer to the Lakers' offense. If Reaves can continue to develop, he could be the X-factor that makes a huge difference in tight playoff series. Another area to monitor closely is the defensive improvement brought by Dorian Finney-Smith. His arrival has given the Lakers a more versatile defender, someone who can guard multiple positions and give them a defensive edge, especially when facing high-scoring teams. His ability to lock down opposing wings and create turnovers will be critical in matchups against some of the most potent offenses in the West. As the team grows and adjusts, Darvin Ham's role becomes even more important. His tactical decisions will be crucial, from managing minutes to adjusting the rotations to maximize the team's strengths. Whether it's making adjustments on the fly during games or setting up the team for success in high-pressure moments, Ham's leadership will be tested in ways it hasn't been before. His ability to keep the team cohesive, focused, and prepared will be a deciding factor in whether the Lakers can make a run at the championship. The Lakers are undeniably in a pivotal moment, and it all starts now. Every game, every practice, and every move made by the front office will impact their path forward. With the pressure mounting, it's clear that the stakes are higher than ever, and all eyes will be on the purple and gold to see if they can rise to the occasion.